Join Time Magazine's lead education reporter alongside global educators and advocates to explore the impacts of teaching forgiveness.
I teach forgiveness because it can have a positive impact in my students' families.
It helps my students thrive in the face of adversity.
Students who can forgive are happier.
Join us to hear from teachers and thought leaders on how and why to include forgiveness in your classroom.
Temperature rise will bring widespread devastation and unprecedented extreme weather.
New coronavirus cases emerge across the country.
Obesity rates have more than doubled in kids.
Cape Town is running out of water.
Hello, my name is Shinichi Yamanaka, the president of Kadokawa Doango Education Institute, which established in high school in Japan 5 years ago. It is our pleasure and honor to be selected as a showcasing school in this World Education Week. The theme this year is Celebrating School. How teachers and schools have tackled COVID-19 pandemic. The teacher survey of T4 education shows that teachers consider online education to be a very effective way to continue school education during pandemic. As online school and high school have been working hard to improve the school education. Today, we will introduce our efforts to provide our students through online platform, including presentation by one of our students and our new virtual reality program course. We hope you can find some useful information in our presentation to make your education better. Following our presentation, last 10 minutes is a question and answer time. Please send your questions and comments during our presentation. So let's start.
Hi, my name is Mari Hirata, the manager of Career Development Department of Kadokawa Doango Educational Institute. As the COVID-19 pandemic forced schools to close, online education has been recognized as a very effective alternative to face-to-face education. Furthermore, some teachers and students think that online education is better than in-person education because online education can provide students with independent and personalized learning. What we must not forget is that regardless of online or face-to-face environment, a school education needs to cultivate students' abilities in communication, collaboration, and other competencies needed to work in the society. Many people may hold a prejudice thinking that in-person education is better than online education to cultivate these social interpersonal abilities. We'd like to show you how N High School makes inclusive education possible while cultivating students with these social and interpersonal skills through online platform. I'd like to first introduce our school after showing you a short video clip.
The students who are not able to spread their wings under the current education system are using N High School to maximize their potential. Our school does not use the word truant because the students are not required to physically attend school. We have a diverse range of students, to those that started their own businesses currently, to students who desire to skip a grade. It's everyday life for us, where we see people using VR goggles next to people who are studying programming. Since N High School is geared towards individuality, if you think you're different, it is a great learning environment. Students enter our school of their own will, which is why we can dare say our students are determined individuals. A new online school, revolutionizing the concept of education. Challenging the stereotypes of a distance learning school, more and more students are entering competitive universities each year. The focus of our school is on extracurricular activities, and it is the students who are utilizing us to their benefit, which includes being accepted into competitive universities. Project-based experiences like farming and fishing. N High School is not just a correspondence school, but a school that blends best parts of both real and virtual world. A school that embraces the 22nd century to come. From online to the real world, and from the real world to the online, building relationships regardless of the medium is suitable to our modern world. What's important as a high school student, of course acquiring academic skills aside, is that they build companionship in their high school career. Students here are taking a step towards something, whether that may be improving communication skills, gaining technical skills, or just figuring out what their goals are. The reason why I decided to enter an high school was because I can study efficiently while doing the things I really wanted to do.
In high school is an online correspondence school located in Japan. The school was established in 2016 at Ike Island, surrounded by beautiful sea of Okinawa, utilizing an elementary school building that was closed in 2012. We strive to ensure meeting all the needs of our students with inclusive and adaptive education, making the best use of information technology and providing unique learning experiences. As our school continues to provide and improve the quality of our educational material, we are attracting many students from all around the world, all around Japan and the world, thus creating a thriving diversity community. Our school started with just more than 1,400 students in the beginning, and within 5 years, the number of enrolled students have grown up to more than 20,000. With the growing demand for the enrollments, we opened a sister school in high school named S High School in April 2020. The main campus is located in Tsukuba City, right near the Mount Tsukuba, a double-peak beautiful mountain in Ibaraki Prefecture. Since this campus is located within the main island of Japan, about 90 minutes away by train from Tokyo, it gives our school the opportunity to cooperate and build an educational opportunities to more potential students. All of the students take classes on our internally developed learning app called Enuyobiko, which allows students to watch video classes on demand with textbook materials in the same window. They can also submit their assignments on compulsory subjects for credits required for high school diploma. There are over 100 elective subjects with 10,500 video class materials so that students can expand and explore their interests from a wide variety of subjects. This app makes it possible for students to study at any time, anywhere, as long as they have access to the internet, so they can learn at their own pace. Video classes are also available in virtual reality mode, which provides more immersive learning experiences. Some of the classes are provided via live streaming and gives a chance for students to interact with teachers and classmates. By using special functions, students can raise hands and ask questions or answer quizzes the teachers provide. All of the students have access to various IT tools to enhance their daily learning and communication with their peers. To give some of the instances of IT being utilized in our school, homerooms are taking place on Classroom Slack channel, and students can develop their creative skills through Adobe applications. These opportunities provide our students with IT knowledge they can apply in the future. Our school currently offers the students 3 options to complete their high school diploma: online course, offline commute course, and online commute course. With our online course, the students are able to access their courses anytime and anywhere with on-demand class videos. This way, they are able to continue their learning free from restrictions of having to commute to a school. The next 2 course options are popular for students who want to actively involve themselves in a collaborative project-based learning. The only difference is that online option connects students via Zoom, and offline option provide students with time-oriented learning on our satellite campuses in various locations. We provide opportunities for students to maximize their future potential and interaction with other students regardless of their socio-economical, geographical, cultural, and sexual backgrounds with our 19 satellite campuses across the nation. and those campuses are mainly for the offline commute course. Online course students also utilize these campuses for their schooling days. By April 2022, we are planning to open more campuses at 14 new locations to offer more on-campus learning opportunities for a wide variety of students. Nearly half of our students live in Kanto, the greater area, Tokyo area, and many students live in urban areas in the population distribution. At the same time, we also have students living in a depopulated area such as remote mountainous area and isolated small islands. Number of high schools in Japan has decreased 10% in recent years due to rapid population decline. As a result, it is difficult for them to find high schools near home, especially for those who live in depopulated area. However, our online education system enables us to provide equal education opportunities for everyone, even those with geographical disadvantages. One of our online course students, Yu Fukamachi, is living in a rural area of Shimane Prefecture, where her parents run a farm. When she was interviewed by Asahi Television, she said her views and values have changed through the communication with other students who are from different parts of the country. She enjoys talking to her classmates in broadening her perspectives and thoughts that she would not have considered if not exposed to this environment. Like her, it is difficult for students in rural areas to have a chance to get to know diverse values since their opportunities are often limited in the depopulated area. However, by taking advantage of online education, we are able to provide an environment where the students can act a part in a diverse community. They can even take elective classes or join extracurricular activities and listen to the advices of outside experts and top professionals in the related industries, or to broaden their perspectives without sacrificing their lifestyles. Apart from 5-day schooling once a year, online course enables the students to have control over their schedules to fit their learning style or physical and mental conditions. As we have educational content and learning environments, we accept a wide variety of students to meet their needs, from vulnerable learners to high ability students. For students who couldn't or didn't attend middle school, we offer remedial programs to support students to learn and adjust to secondary school level courses. Our teachers keep track of each student's progress, thus providing a positive support system. Our student-friendly program empowers learners who are looking for alternatives compared to the traditional Japanese full-time school system. Another example of inclusive education is the story of Riko Yamaguchi, a graduate of 2020 who suffered from orthostatic intolerance symptoms. She was unable to attend classes in the morning, as it took her 3 hours in total to commute, and she could only go to school 2 to 3 times a week in her previous high school. Although she wanted to challenge herself, like joining a student council or leading position on projects, she was refused because of her symptoms. On her second year, since she didn't have enough credits, she had to choose between repeating a grade or transferring to correspondence school, high school, and she chose in high school. After transferring to high school, she started a crowdfunding project for herself and succeeded, which led her in participating in a prestigious Stanford pre-collegiate summer program in the United States. Through her own experience, she has become interested in education, and she is now studying at Ritsumeikan Asia Pacific University to realize her dream. Our flexible online learning system also meets the needs of young professionals like athletes, ego shogi players, musicians, and engineers. Without the time constraints, these talented young professionals can further develop their ability and achieve their goal while keeping up with their study to acquire a high school diploma. Moreover, we also have a special athlete class to support athletes in terms of academic ability, finances, education, and community building. Famous professional athletes such as Rika Kihira, a professional figure skater, have also taken advantage of the flexible curriculum in a high school to balance their studies with their professions. Our goal as a school is for the students to pursue their desired goals, whether it may be continuing their education in a post-secondary program or pursuing career perspectives. To ensure this outcome, we offer various programs to cultivate students' knowledge and skills based on their interests, such as programming and literature courses alongside the compulsory courses for the high school diploma. With these electives, we are making quality education possible by assigning professionals and experts who are active in areas of their expertise as teachers, programming classes taught by professional programming engineers from an IT company, novel writing classes taught by award-winning bestseller novelists, web design class by professional designers, and also creative lessons taught by top creators. The school also provides extra academic online classes for university entrance exam preparation taught by well-known top cram school teachers. Now, I'd like to pass on to Jun to introduce our extracurricular activities after a short video clip.
Entrepreneur Club and Investment Club. These extracurricular activities that are similar to a real work environment really opens up the student's career. By hearing real experiences of experts and receiving advice from them, the students can realize that they can actually apply this knowledge in the real world. It's not just the teachers that are giving advices to students of an high school, but various field experts come to share their knowledge to our students. In my project, I am working to create a system to make donations more accessible to the public and to increase the number of donations. I'm using a game engine called Unity to make games. I'm currently working on a VR game. In my project, I collaborated with companies like Mercari and presented my work in front of their employees.
Good evening from Japan. My name is Jun, and I am one of the English coordinators in Enna High School. For our expertise in inclusive education, we would like to introduce some extracurricular activities. We offer various extracurricular activities to cultivate the competencies needed for their future, such as Entrepreneur Club, Investment Club, Politics Club, and Academic Research Club. Our career support section's objective is to best support the students in moving forward towards their goals, so we can offer a wide variety of character guidance to support their needs. Our school offers internships and work experiences in local industries in cooperation with the local governments. There are more than 20 programs available, include squid fishing, dairy farming, sword smithing, ship carpenting, traditional matagi hunting, and more. By cooperating with the local government and industries, the students are able to feel inclusive to experience what it's like to be part of the community. These wide varieties of learning experiences help the students to develop their interests, and it creates the opportunity for the students to think about what they want to do in the future while thinking about their part in the community. For global inclusion, we also offer overseas summer programs at Stanford and Oxford universities for a chance for students to gain competency in global culture. Both programs used to be taken in place at the actual university campuses, so that the students were able to experience a campus life while learning with students from other countries. Under the COVID-19 pandemic, both programs were offered online. As our education is moving towards online, the participants enjoy these learning experiences and activities like virtual tour of an Oxford city. Aside from our programs, by adding new technology to traditional events like entrance ceremonies, we make our team unique and entertaining. Under the influence of COVID-19, we held our entrance ceremony solely online, combining live streaming and AR technology. At the ceremony, students received their digital graduation certificates on their devices. Our goal is not just to deliver classes online, but also promote opportunities to interact with other students with various backgrounds, with common interests, with other grades and genders. We regularly hold events such as online field trips in the world of Dragon Quest X, online sport festivals, presentation events, and cultural events. Through the use of AR and VR, we provide a community where people can interact with their friends in virtual space no matter where they are. We value the importance of creating an environment where students can communicate and form friendships, even online. More than 86% of N high school students made friends through either online or offline. Students use Slack for homeroom sessions, and there are plenty of online club activities available, such as esports club, music club, computer club, and more, where students can work with other fellow students across the nation. Among the club, investment club and entrepreneur club are popular choices for club activity that the school offers. By creating an inclusive environment, it gives the freedom for the students to plan their future. Our school's career decision rate is 86.5%. Among them, around 52% choose to go on higher education and 22% chose to work. We have had many students who were accepted into prestigious universities in Japan. In addition to this, our students were also successful in gaining admissions to many overseas universities, including University of Edinburgh, University of Toronto, and University of Manchester. Now, I'd like to talk about our validation and what makes us unique. We have received awards from a wide range of organizations through our diverse daily efforts. The first validation, Good Design Award. One of our many classes, Project N, has received the Good Design Award 2020, sponsored by the Japanese Institute of Design Promotion. Project N is a project-based learning lesson designed for the students to research and present viable solutions for real social problems faced by companies. The students actively involve themselves in groups as they receive feedback on their final presentation from external experts. We believe that by providing an output-centered learning environment for the students, they have the opportunity to truly become part of the community. This annual award is the only comprehensive design evaluation and recommendation system in Japan. For our community building validation, we have received the Slack Education Category Award at Slack Spotlights Award in 2021. The award is given to educational institutes around the world that have successfully implemented digital transformation through ambitious use of Slack to provide a continuous and relevant learning environment for students throughout the pandemic. For our inclusive learning environment validation, let me introduce two validations among many. The first one is the International Ruby Programming Contest, which has two objectives. A, to inspire the interests in the new world, and B, to nurture dreams for future via programming. This contest invites entries in two categories, the game category and the creative category. A team from our school was crowned the Creative Division Grand Prize winner at the International Ruby Programming Contest 2020 for junior and senior high school students. As a result of students' community management by the use of IT tools, we were awarded in 3rd National High School Esports Championship, both in the League of Legends and Rocket League division. These two awards validate our inclusive cultivation of various interests from diverse range of students. With our validations explained, I would like to pass the mic to Mr. Shinichi Yamanaka.
As Mary and John presented, N High School has been implementing various programs to develop social interpersonal skills for our students. Among the many programs we have presented, it is my pleasure to introduce my project, our group-based problem-solving program. Here, the students choose and start learning on a particular theme either related to their local community, immediate surroundings, or their own interest. Students work to identify the problem, come up with various approaches for solution, receive advice from professionals, and launch their project. All these activities are conducted online, so the students can tackle on issues that interest them, regardless of where they live. It is a long-term program as it starts from the beginning of the school year and lasts more than 6 months. The project presentation event is held at NI school and exceptional grants are awarded. Last year, one project from NI school was selected among the 48 projects to participate in the national summit among 5,000 projects. We are very proud of our students' effort, and I'd like to show you one of them. One of our students, Moju Onishi, and her friends of different ages and places of residence launched a project to promote the knowledge of orthostatic intolerance and to provide support to those who are suffering from this program. As with orthostatic intolerance, feel unwell when they wake up in the morning, but recover easily in the afternoon. It is difficult to understand by people around them, such as friends and teachers. To prevent this kind of misunderstanding, Moyu and her friends started an association to provide information of orthostatic intolerance. They are working to increase public understanding of disease through social media like Instagram, providing the public with information such as infographic and pain relief methods. They are planning to expand the effort to different SNS such as YouTube by posting videos explaining about orthostatic intolerance. And also it is important for young audience to know, as orthostatic intolerance often occurs in teenage years, which is why they are planning to produce flyers and posters to distribute to elementary schools and junior high schools. As you can see how wonderful the projects can be. There are students planning to expand it to the global audiences. Miki Namashima, one of our students, is planning to launch a project that not only involves Japan, but students from abroad, based on her experiences at NI school. So I'd like to give the floor to Miki Namashima.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you today. My name is Miki Namashima. I'm a student at the Kadokawa Doan Engineer High School. I'm 14 years old. I live in Fukushima Prefecture in Japan. Today, I would like to introduce a new educational platform that I am building. I was unable to attend school because I was harassed by my teacher. I am now studying at an online school. With online learning, you can easily share and talk about your interests and thoughts with someone from all over the world, no matter where you are. Based on my personal experience, I wanted to create a system in which an idea conceived by an individual somewhere in the world can be supported by a school, a company, or a researcher somewhere else in the world. So the idea can be realized even if no one nearby understands it. The original idea comes from the student who graduated the OECD Talk School. He wanted future schools to help students connect with the world to make their ideas come true. I want this platform to be created by many individuals, bringing together the wisdom of the world. The previous slide is from my point of view with me at the center. But there was only one section. And the platform we are building is a distributed system like the one shown in this figure. By teaming up somewhere, each of us can bring our ideas closer to realization and fill in the missing parts of each other. If people around the world use this platform, the path I want may be found somewhere in the world. Just as our ideas may become an important part of someone else's idea. Because the intersection of different themes can generate new ideas. We hope to create a system that will help people find other interesting themes. The platform itself will incorporate not only technologies such as blockchain and brain functions, but also philosophy and ethics. I realize that it is important to have a balance between technology and philosophy. I would like to create this platform as well, valuing the balance and beautiful harmony between technology and philosophy, and above all, as a system that connects the world with trust. We will realize a society where no one is left behind. Please join us in our project. In the end, trust me, trust you. Thank you so much.
Our educational community is becoming more stagnant as COVID-19 pandemic continues to affect our lives. Our school believes that this is a time to further challenge ourselves in providing new experiences for students to A, study from adaptive materials where students can maximize their learning potential, and B, interact in an online social place where students can make friends. With these two goals in mind, we started to offer VR course in our school. When VR is utilized in classrooms, the students are able to interact with the text and related sources in 3D perspective to better absorb the information. They are able to practice communication skills with classmates around them in the same VR space or with an AI that could provide feedback on their answers from eye contact duration. Aside from the academics, the students are able to gather in social VR space and interact and play games with each other. Here's an example that they are using voice chat to interact with one another while taking pictures of their virtual characters. These spaces provide an inclusive environment as the students are able to become whoever they want to be. From April to July of this year, we have held over 100 social sessions and about 93% of the participants were satisfied with the experience, according to the survey gathered from the participants. As of April 2021, we have successfully converted 33% of our courses to VR compatible, and we are working towards all courses being so. We firmly believe that the VR could possibly resolve the demerits of online education as the students can gain communication skills and make friends without having to leave their safe space. Our school will continue to challenge ourselves in reaching the ideal online education and develop VR-compatible contents that will push the limits of online learning. As I have shown, N High School provides various opportunities and optimum environment for both online and offline for the students to discover and expand their interests and cultivate their individualities. This inclusive learning experience at N High School is highly practical, and the students are able to acquire skills that they need to live within a society. I would like to pass the mic back to Mr. Shinichi Yamanaka for 5 steps to replicate our practice.
Finally, I'd like to point out 5 focal points of our education. First is online learning system. Second is monitoring students' progress. Third, developing communities among students using ICT. Fourth, fostering IT literacy among students. Finally, adapting new ICT to improve education quality. The first is to make an education delivery system that can continue school education during pandemic. Based on the experience of COVID-19 pandemic, many teachers and educators think that a blend of face-to-face and online education will be important in the future. And our school has been working hard to develop education delivery system with online platform. We believe our experience will be helpful to transform the education system from in-person to hybrid online and in-person. In distant learning, in order to keep students motivated to learn and prevent from stopping studying, it is important to have a system that can assess the daily learning and results of students' learning and provide feedback to them. Also, we believe that it is very important for students to learn with friends who share the same interests and goals so that they can keep their motivation high. Online activities such as project-based learning, club activities, and other opportunities for students to collaborate and achieve goals with friends online are provided in NY School. We are incorporating the same ICT tools that are used in many companies for learning and communication. By using ICT tools on a daily basis, students can acquire the ICT literacy they need when they work in the future. It is very important to use the new ICT technology to improve the quality of education. This year, we have started a virtual reality learning course. In the virtual reality course, students can concentrate on their study in virtual reality space. They can actively participate in the class and they can enhance their ability to communicate and collaborate. The T4 Education Teachers Survey shows that the most experienced teachers used the digital tools the most. I think the results of the survey are very encouraging to incorporate new ICT for the improvement of school education. We hope that you can find some hints for your education in these 5 points and our experience and together to move forward to realize inclusive, equitable, quality education in and after COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you for your attention. And now we move on to question and answer time. Please send your questions or comments. If you find no questions, but please send your questions or any comments to our presentation. For our audiences who are interested in the general aspect of Japanese education, how to tackle the challenge of pandemic. I'd like to introduce you one book. The title of the book is Primary and Secondary Education During COVID-19, edited by Ferdinand M. Reimers, a professor of Harvard University. It includes many examples, including Japan. It also includes Brazil, experience of Brazil, Chile, and Finland, Mexico, Norway, Portuguese, Russia, Singapore, South Africa, and many other countries. I think you can find, when you search in Google, the title Primary and Secondary Education During COVID-19 and Ferdinand Reimers. You can download it free. It's very, very useful and good book to understand how schools and educators tackling the COVID-19 pandemic. You can find useful information in this book. I hope so. In our presentation, I introduced one of our students, whose name is Miki Nanashima. She's planning to start a project to expand her activities not only in her neighboring area and Japan, but also international activity. I hope who interested in her project, please contact us. We'd like to expand our activities through our project, not only within Japan, but also to include global audiences. No. Oh. So, there's no questions to our presentation. So, we'd like to close our high school presentation in this World Education Week. We hope we work together to move forward to implement equitable, inclusive, quality education for all through the use of in-person and also online school education. Thank you for joining us.
Join Time Magazine's lead education reporter alongside global educators and advocates to explore the impacts of teaching forgiveness.
I teach forgiveness because it can have a positive impact in my students' families.
It helps my students thrive in the face of adversity.
Students who can forgive are happier.
Join us to hear from teachers and thought leaders on how and why to include forgiveness in your classroom.
Temperature rise will bring widespread devastation and unprecedented extreme weather.
New coronavirus cases emerge across the country.
Obesity rates have more than doubled in kids.
Cape Town is running out of water.